Share my unhealthy snack. Well, the cheese is hot.
I should bring a tripod.
Some down there.
Oh, we're on the wrong side. Do you want to move? Because I wouldn't mind being on the other side of that bar so I can lean up against it. Sure. 22 seconds left of the first period. Nice save by Albert Lea's goalie. Shot on net by Sam, stopped by the goalie. Albert Lea takes into the neutral, immediately into Rochester zone. Takes a shot, and offside. And clear us out. Shot on net. Rochester blocked. And sent it down. This might be an icing call. Yep, that's icing. Face off in Rochester zone. Clock still ticking for some reason. There we go. Shot on goal, blocked by goalie. Still loose, and it's a goal. For Albert Lea.
Go out, go.
Okay. Back into neutral. Shot on net, blocked by Rochester's goalie. On the net now. Rochester gets into the neutral. Shot on net, stopped by defense. Shot on net, and another goal for Albert Lea. Five minutes left in the first. Icing. Another goal for Albert Lea. Flare is out. Sends it to the neutral. Ooh. Collision there with Rochester. Shot on Albert Lea was blocked by the goalie. Back to neutral. Shot on net, too high. Fighting on the boards here. And around the back of the net. Back to the neutral. And dumping it into Albert Lea's zone. Puck still free, and Clara picks it up and sends it pass, which is blocked by Albert Lea, but still gets sent to the neutral. Battling along the boards here. Shot on the net. Albert Lea's goalie blocks it. – 14 seconds left. Six. Shot on net, blocked by goalie. 1 second left of the first period. offsides. Shot on net, blocked by goalie. Rochester tries to pass it out. Albert Lea stops that. Behind the net again. Rochester skating it up. Into the neutral. Back to the neutral here. Offsides here. Yep, offsides. Up to Rochester's defense here to break it off, and they're successful. Shot on net, high. Another shot on net, stopped by the goalie. Game still in play. Into the neutral. Rochester has the puck. Albert Lea brings it back to the neutral. Dumped by Rochester. Albert Lea's picking up speed into the neutral. Looking for a shot. And another goal for Albert Lea. 12 minutes, 15 seconds into the second period. 5-0. Back to the neutral. Albert Lea picks it up in their zone, tries to send it back to neutral. Clara pulls it back into the neutral. Albert Lea skates it into Rochester's zone, sends a light shot, stopped by defense. Rochester skating up to the neutral. Little assist there from Clara. Not able to get a shot open. Albert Lea takes it back to the neutral. Albert Lea has a breakaway. Takes a shot. full teams change out here. Icing call. "10 minutes, 52 seconds into the second period." Shot on net there, missed that shot. Stopped by the goalie. Behind the net, Rochester has the puck, skating it up. Rochester failing to make any formations or plays today. Back in Rochester's zone, around the back of the net. Passes it up. Not able to get to the neutral. Back to the neutral now. Battling it along the boards here near the blue line. Gets sent out deeper into the zone. On the net. Rochester doesn't really have anybody in front of the net here. Shot wide. Rochester keeps it in, sends it down to the goalie, blocked. Goalie shuts it down. Shift change. Back to the neutral. Rochester takes the puck. Not Rochester's zone. Lost her edge. Shot on net, blocked by defense. Through the neutral and into Albert Lea's. Shot on net. Goes behind. Another shot from the corner. Stopped by goalie. Offsides. That was interesting. That should have been an offsides call. There is no delayed offsides. Okay, across the blue line and offsides again. minutes, 57 seconds left of the second period. Down to Albert Lea zone. Player is able to keep it in. Player is in position, takes a shot. Goal for Clara. No longer a shutout, people. Clara ate her Wheaties this morning. Six minutes, 30 seconds left. 6-1. Albert Lea won the face-off. Rochester has it in their zone against the walls. That would be an offside call. Rochester wins the face-off at the blue line. Passes to Clara, but she was not able to keep it there. And it's flung into the Rochester's box. Face-off in the neutral. Clara's in position while they battle on the boards. There's their chance. Send it down. Oh, Clara was not quite in the right spot in the slot. She tries to send it back. It's blocked. Rochester keeping it in with a shot on net. Goes to the left a bit, a little wide. Back to neutral. Rochester trying to maintain control of it. And it's dumped by Albert Lea to Rochester zone for a shift change. Shot on net, blocked by defense. Kept in. Oh, Clara now takes it to the neutral. Clara looking for a breakaway, not going to get it. Dumps it into Alberta's zone behind net. Takes position. Clara fighting to keep it in. Rochester keeps it in. Clara sends it down behind the net again. Back to the neutral. Albert Lea trying to get control of the puck. Take it around the backside of the net. Rochester zone. Nice little fake out there by Rochester. Oh, shot on the net. Goes wide. And the net. Albert Lea keeps it in. Makes a shot. And we're back in the neutral. Oh, that's offsides. Nice try, though. Rochester skates it into Albert Lea's zone and takes a shot wide from the corner. Hits the backside of the net. Shot again. And the goalie shuts it down. Face off in Albert Lea's zone. 3 minutes, 27 seconds in the second period. Now we're in the neutral. Rochester takes it back in. Back in the neutral. Albert Lea skating it down. Picking up speed. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Ooh, no call there. Rochester takes a shot on net from the neutral. Back to the neutral. It's like a shift change for Albert Lea with that dump. Albert Lea keeps it in, sends it back down behind the net. Shot on net. Another shot on net, incomplete. Blocked by the defense, skates. Rochester trying to skate it out. And we were able to get it into the neutral zone there. And it's going to land on net. And it was shut down by the Albert Lea goalie. 1 minute, 18 seconds left of the period. Flair is out. Does a backhand on net, goes wide. Rochester's able to keep it in. Flair takes it into the neutral. Rochester is trying to get it back into the Albert Lea zone. Dumps it down by net. Flair sends it to the center. Nobody was able to shot on from the slot. And not able to get that in there. Flair sends it back. Nobody was there to do anything with it. From the corner, shot on net again. Bounce off a player, goes wide. Player sends it to the slot, and we were not able to make connection. Back to the neutral. Albert Lea has a head start, building up speed again. Offsides. Player is in position, but end of the second period. Score is 6-1. Albert Lea is up 5 points. Long ways to go to get back. Rochester has to claw its way back from there. third period. Face off. Into Albert Lee zone. Albert Lee maintains control though. Brings it back to neutral. Fight around the boards there, goes into Rochester zone. Taken on the backside of the net. Nope. Stopping to send it back into the neutral. Defense missed that. Albert Lea maintains control for now. Sends it back. It should be an icing. No, no icing there. Shot on net blocked by defense. And again, back to the neutral. This time Rochester is pushing a little harder. Albert Lea sends it back to the neutral. Battle in the back corner of the boards. Rochester is going to try to skate it down to the neutral. They succeed. Dumps it into Albert Lea's zone. Shot on net. Deflected off. Ooh, that should have been a trip. Albert Lea takes it to the neutral. Shot on net. Albert Lea's goalie blocks it. Fighting along the boards here, the blue line. Albert Lea wins that, offsides. 12 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third. Rochester skates at the Albert Lea zone. Behind the net. Rochester picks it up, sends it back. Battle continues along the board. Sent to center. Nobody was there to collect it. Nope, that is in the neutral. We're good to send it back in. Up by Albert Lea, skating it to the neutral. Rochester trying to break it up. Rochester sends it back into Albert Lea's zone. And back to the neutral, offsides. Right to the neutral zone. Offsides. It's in Albert Lea's zone. Claire is skating fast, trying to stop it from going back to the neutral. Not able to. Here to the offsides here, so she couldn't send it. Oop. That would probably be an icing. Nope. Nope. Albert Lea. Ooh. Back to the neutral zone. Offsides. Shift change here with 9 minutes 15 seconds left. The third. Rochester takes an Albert Lea zone, but Albert Lea picks it up, sends it back. Now they have to keep it in. Rochester is bringing it back into Albert Lea's zone. Sends it to the corner. Shot attempt on net. Albert Lea's goalie shuts it down. Shot on net again. Albert Lea's goalie shuts it down. Face off again in the Albert Lea zone. Shot on net. Is blocked by defense. Rochester keeps it in. Shot on net, blocked again by Doyle. Rochester keeps it in. Another shot on net. Oh, goal. Number 7, Rochester, assisted by 12. That puts us at 6-2 with 8 minutes left in the third. Albert Lea is up 4 points.
Scoring for Rochester, number 7, Sylvia Barkley with an assist. Number 12, Allison Hoffman with number 7, 12.
Looks like Sam has the puck here, skating into the neutral, into their zone. Sam goes back to the puck. Sends it to her corner. And gets taken up by Albert Lea and back into Rochester's zone. Shot on goal, broken off. Sam picking up the puck again. Not able to maintain ownership of that puck. Albert Lea behind the net with the puck. Broken off. Sam trying to skate it up again. Passes it. In the neutral now. And it gets dumped. Are we going to do a shift change? No shift change. Behind the Albert Lea net. Rochester's able to keep it in and send it down wide. Missed a slap shot there by Sam, unfortunately, along the boards. And the net again, picked up by Albert Lea. Rochester sends it on net, and it's shut down by the goalie. Shift change. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left of the third. Behind Albert Lea's net. Player almost got an assist there with the wraparound. Player sends it back to center. Goalie sends it behind the net. Rochester keeps it in. Briefly. Back in the neutral. Albert Lea sends it down into Rochester's zone. Head behind the Rochester net. Claire picking it up and back into the neutral. No call there. Getting very physical here for some reason. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the period. Rochester bringing it around their net. Rochester skating it into Albert Lea's zone. And we have a shot attempt. Rebound by Clara, missed. The goalie was able to shut it down. It was a really good shot attempt.
Way to go, Kingsley!
Shift change. Rochester wins the face-off. Tries to put it in. Is blocked by their goalie. Albert Lea takes it, skates it into the neutral zone, and then dumps it. Behind the net. Rochester side. Four minutes, 20 seconds left. Rochester skates it into the neutral zone. Behind Albert Lea's net. Albert Lea skating it to the neutral. Rochester sends it back into Albert Lea's zone during a shift change. Breakaway, shot on net, blocked by the goalie. Three minutes, 45 seconds left of the third. Shot on net, blocked by goalie. Looks like Sam's trying to keep it in here. And Sam's going to take a shot. Caught by goalie. Lea's net here. Rochester trying to figure out what to do with this. Fight continues along the board. Sam sending it back down. Behind the net again. Shot attempt deflected by Albert Lea, who dumps it down. This should be an icing call. Looks like a shift change for Rochester. Shot on net. Clara does a second goal for the day on a rebound. Looking for that hat trick. That elusive hat trick. We still have 2 minutes 32 seconds in the period.
Scoring for Rochester, number 17, Clara Lindo.
In Rochester's zone, back to the neutral. Albert Lea's holding it for the offsides. Skating around the net. Rochester is trying to send it up to Clara. Takes it, do we go to the neutral? No, Albert Lea kept it in. And it's back to the neutral. Clara come up behind Albert Lea, shadowing. Shot attempt deflected by defense. Rochester taking it behind the net. Back to the neutral. Albert Lea able to regain control and bring it back to Rochester's zone. And I think we have an offsides call. Called up with a shift change for both teams. In Albert Lea's zone again. On the backside of their net, they retain control. Rochester sends it to center. Skates it back. Broken off by Albert Lea, back to neutral. Fighting along the boards at the red line. Albert Lea picks it up, takes it into the Rochester zone, looking for a shot attempt. Broken up. Broken off by defense. Rochester looking to skate it up to neutral. Rochester trying to skate it in. Number 8 takes a shot on net. Goalie shuts it down. 14 seconds left in the period. Score is 6-3. seconds left. 3 seconds. And we're gonna get the bell here. The score is 6-3. This is Albert Lea's win today. Thank you all for joining.